You know, about 2.5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, me, Chris Knight, Onzo, Biggaford Entertainment, we all came together. 3 different cats, one vision to make Khaos Central the best YouTube channel on the planet. Here's one of our stories. Oh yeah, let's go.
Is there any stuff?
Khaotic Conversation is the name of the show. The first Monday of the month is the time that I go on here and bring you the heat. I got your bob in your head. You're gonna hear it repeat and be like, hey yo, is that Danny? He's an X-Men now, cause that flow is uncanny. No, I'm just a topic debater. I'm just an intro maker. Ain't no one greater. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. Sit back, relax. It's gonna get hot. So, without further ado, the conversation is ready. Let's make it do what it do. Peace. Khaos Central is the channel. Khaotic Conversation is the show. Come catch me, comment, chat, Chris Knight, and Onzo. Peace.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It is another edition of the Khaotic Conversation. I'm your host, Danny Graham. And got my 2 guys in here, Onzo, Biggaford Entertainment, and Mr. Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Not much. I just came back from seeing the banger of a film.
Good deal. It has been a minute. Fellas.
Yep.
But we are back, and this year, like so many other years in the past, where it's been a drought for its content, we got a lot to talk about that's happened this past month and what's going to happen as quickly and as early as this week. So tell me, today's topic is there truly nothing new under the sun? And that's why I want to explain why I chose that topic. Because if you read in the Bible, Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter, 9th verse, and it reads as follows. This is on the scripture. I'm going to say it, but this is what really was on my mind. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. And what I'm getting from that is that this original content, these things that we think are going to be lasting forever, is dying away. And recently in a video where a clip I saw, Charles Barkley was talking to Draymond Green, and he went down the list. He said, look, Larry Bird and the Celtics, they died. The Pistons with Isaiah Thomas, their dynasty came to an end. He said MJ and the Bulls, their dynasty came to an end. Tim Duncan and the Spurs, their dynasty came to an end. And now it's Golden State's time, because some people want to hold on to the current and don't want to let go, don't want to transition into something new. And I'm seeing a lot of this in Hollywood, because what really hurt my feelings was I thought that Star Wars, Mandalorian and Grogu was going to kill it, because in the past, Star Wars movies have killed it. And right now it is performing very, very poorly. So my question to the guys, people in the chat, are we seeing the beginning of the end as it pertains to IPs that used to kill it? Star Wars, Predators, Jurassic Park, even Avatar, MCU. We all seen a dramatic slump. Is that because is this the natural progression of things, or I'm thinking this ain't nothing new under the sun, and that people are running out of original ideas? What are your thoughts? Anyone?
I would say it's not so much run out of original thoughts as much as it's with the decline idea behind that. I would say it's more a rush to put something out. I know it's weird to say that like about the Mandalorian, because it's like that wasn't necessarily rushed, but I think it's an idea that like, oh man, we this is doing really well on Disney Plus. And then they go and they're like, let's do a movie. And it's like, well, I don't know why you just didn't do another season, or put it to Disney Plus is a movie. I mean, that would have been fine too. But I mean, again, I'm not sure why they did it that way. I think it's just a rush to put the product out because they seem to think that there's a need for it. And then when you go and you see it, it's just not all that. Now, I liked Mandalorian and Grogu, but I agree that it was not. I don't think it was what it needed to be a Star Wars movie release. And the whole old is new again, that stuff. I think it's just product. It's the person behind the product. If they take the time and care for the product, then I think it'll do well. And I say that because like the He-Man movie, I think Michael's a good example of that too. Those movies do well because there's thought behind it. Or well, Michael's doing well because there's thought behind it. It's done with purpose. They thought about, let's see, or who are we going to put in its place? Or who's going to play Michael? How are we going to handle the voice? How are you going to do this? They think about all the angles people could come back and say, oh, this is horrible. Look at this. This guy can't sing or doesn't look like it. Or what, they thought of all the angles that would probably come back. And that's why you get a good product. I think it's just lackadaisical planning, lackadaisical writing, and all that. I don't know if it's the IP. The problem is those things in turn hurt the IP because people say, well, last time it came, this looked like crap. So why is it going to be better this time? So the more mediocre stuff you put out, the harder it is to convince people it'll be well or be good. We'll see, like when Doomsday comes out. We'll see how that's handled. We'll see if it's better because they're bringing Russo back, and the Russo brothers back, and all that. We'll see what happens.
I think we've seen a changing of the guard because there was an article I was reading before I came on here. See if I can pull it up again. And the name of it was "Who Still Goes to the Movies," and I want to share that with you. And this is coming from the Harvard Gazette. This came out about 2 months ago. It said, movie going isn't what it used to be. Rising ticket prices, worsening theater etiquette, and the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have all contributed to sagging box office numbers. We all discussed that in the past. But a survey from October shows the percentage of moviegoers who frequently see films in theaters decreased from 39% in 2019 to 17% just last year. Another poll conducted last year, 75% of Americans said they recently opted to stream a movie at home instead of watching it. I've streamed with several guys, including the two of you, and I've heard a lot say, well, I'm just going to wait till I go to the movie theater. About 15, 20 years ago, we never would utter those words. We'd be chomping at the bit. So I think we are actually seeing, I don't know whether, there was a friend of mine when I was working in Lake City as a law enforcement officer in a small town I grew up in. And he told me this years ago. And at first I looked at him like he was crazy, but he said, Danny, Walmart is destroying the mom and pop stores and small businesses. And I was like, what are you talking about? No, they're not, but yes, they are. Because most Walmarts now, they got clothing, they got groceries, they got where you can go and fix your car. If you got pools, that kind of stuff, they got pools, they got the pharmacists. So they got 5 different types of businesses in that one store, and it's convenience. And for most parts, unless you're a strong individual, and I've seen several Piggly Wigglies, which is big in where I live at, several stores closed down because Walmart prices are just so much better. It is so much convenience because instead of going to 5 different places, you can go. Now, I know some people don't wear certain Walmart clothes, but a lot of people do wear Walmart clothes. And you can get, like I said, clothing from there. You can get toys from there from your kids. You can get fishing equipment if you're a sportsman. You can get groceries. You can get food because some of them got restaurants in them or the food court in them. A plethora of things you can get from there. And that same thing applies to movie theaters. It is so much easier and less of a headache and affordable for a family to buy the $39 or whatever you're going to pay for your streaming services and watch it at your leisure. This is something that Chris and I have been debating, going back and forth for years now, but we are actually seeing now. And I will agree that the movie going experience is better, but right now with inflation, who can afford it? Because you got to pick and choose. I want to go see this movie. I know some places, not all places, have these fantastic deals like Chris has, but where I'm at, we don't have those fantastic deals. And it's just, do I really want to see this movie, or do I want to wait 45 days, 50 days, wherever the day is, and watch it at the comfort of my home? And a lot of people, not only here in YouTube land, but in my workplace, other acquaintances and friends I have are saying, I asked, did you go see that movie? No, I think I'll just wait. And so that's what I really think is hurting. And not to mention, I mean to monopolize, but it's one last point. At the top of the food chain, so to speak, baby boomers are dying out. So now it's us, Generation Z, X rather, Generation X are at the top. And in a few years, another decade or two, we're going to be out of here. And I just think that the younger people don't care about the movie experience like we do.
I mean, a lot of that's true. I think it's, again, oversaturation of bad product. Movie companies, and again, there could be some just budgeting ideas because, again, if you lose money, you can show loss, stuff like that. I think a lot of it's just oversaturation, and a lot of that's come out really since COVID. They've just over pushed a lot of stuff, and they had to throw out a lot of stuff. Again, like the Backrooms movie. I think the Backrooms movie would be fine for Prime or something like that. And they're throwing it out there to theaters and stuff like that. I mean, movies are not the event they used to be. I don't think that because as soon as one comes out, you know there's another one that comes out to make what's going on. And that makes it difficult because, again, you brought up the big things are always price, selection. But I think this is also happening in the world of like concerts and stuff. Because if you think about it, concerts, man, before COVID, you could go see a concert. Yes, it could be $150 a ticket, but you were sitting pretty close to whoever you're going to go see. You were getting a good seat for $150. $150 now buys nosebleed. 90% of this has come out because of COVID, because they're like, hey, we can get money for this. We can really hold on to it. Now that could change because things like Ticketmaster and stuff are getting sued and stuff now. But I think it's that price, selection, and all that makes it more difficult. And again, you brought up a good point. You've always brought up this point. It depends on your locale too. I live like max with lights, probably 15 minutes from the nearest theater. And that means 15 minutes from my house, park, get inside, probably get my ticket, I can get it online and get to my seat. 15 minutes flat from my house. So there's a lot of difference on also where you're at. And a lot of those things, because again, streaming wasn't a thing or as much of a thing 20 years ago because, Netflix was exploring that. So a lot of that, you're absolutely right. That does cause a lot of issues. But again, I think it's more the product. I think people they're just saturating with mediocre product that doesn't have a lot of vision behind it. And you see these movies every once in a while come out that are good movies with some good vision behind it. Again, I'll bring up Michael because Michael's probably going to hit that $1 billion mark. And right there, I mean, I think it's a good movie. So therefore, I think if people take time and an effort, that's where you win. But you got to take that time and effort. And so many studios right now are just saying, nah, Disney doesn't care. Because remember, Disney's got Toy Story 5, Disney's got Marvel stuff, Star Wars. They sell everything has the mouse on it. They make money no matter what. They're not worried about what that product is. So, they'll look it over and go like, yeah, that's fine. Let's just get it out there.
What are your thoughts, Lonzo?
So I don't know. I don't think that it's. I think Chris is right. It has to do with saturation, trashy movies. So next year is going to be 2027, and we're going to get a bunch of movies. And I promise you, the box office is going to be the highest that it's ever been. You're going to have Lord of the Rings, Beyond the Spider-Verse, all these type of movies coming out. I can't remember all the other ones. I think Shrek is coming out or some crap like that. There's going to be a lot of movies coming out, and people are going to go to the theater. Are ticket prices higher? Yes, 100%. Is economy kind of messed up more than it was before? Absolutely. But the movies that people are going to see are not movies people really want to see.
So
It's
you
like,
think
I can wait for this movie. So
you're not excited about this year's lineup? A little bit, or maybe not excited, but interested. And are you shocked at all that Star Wars movie is not performing well like it's normally?
No, I seen that Mando. I said Mando wasn't going to perform.
No. Okay,
I'm
Mando. Shocked because I really thought that Mandalorian is going to make at least 500 to 600.
No, I said it's going to make Solo money. That's exactly what I said on the OOC. I said it's gonna. Brian said it's gonna make 500 to 600. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not gonna make that much money. It's so.
I think it might.
I doubt. No, it had a 69% drop in its second week. It's having the worst week. It lost to a fucking obsession movie, a horror movie. And when I went to go see it, there was less than 20 people in the theater when I went to go see it on a Thursday night.
It was like 7 on mine. I couldn't believe it because usually in the past, Star Wars I see nobody dressed up in Star Wars. Like in the past, you see somebody laying a Jedi, a lightsaber, or something like that. I ain't saw nobody dressed up like Grogu. Nobody dressed up like Din Djarin. So
it's not the same thing.
Mortal Kombat had more people in it than a Star Wars movie. So let that wrap around your head. You know what I mean? Like, and both of them I went on a Thursday night. We're going to go see He-Man. I'm pretty sure He-Man is going to have more people than Mando and Grogu. And then you have He-Man coming out. You have all these other movies coming out. Mando's not going to do good. The reason why Mando didn't do good is because Mando was something that people could watch for free on Disney Plus. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey guys, we're going to give you a movie. Disney put it out because they haven't had a freaking Star Wars movie in 19 years, I think it was, or something like that.
I think two things that hurt, in my opinion, and I could be totally off base. One, they did not promote it correctly. They partnered with, I know somebody said that they saw something in Burger King, but I didn't see much in Burger King. They mainly partnered with Denny's, and Denny's is not a strong partner to partner a movie of what should be that magnitude. And two is that I think they don't have character development for us Grogu. Grogu should be talking now. He should be grown a little bit higher or something. He's still doing that baby goo goo gaga, and I think that has passed whatever energy that it once had. And the third thing too, I just thought about it. They would let too much time pass from the last season to this season. Sometimes you got to strike stuff when the iron is hot. And if you don't strike when the iron is hot, people will forget. We got very
they should have
short-term memory. They should have done this between season 2 and 3.
Thank you.
Skywalker. When they had Luke Skywalker,
you should have.
That was the perfect time to bring the movie.
You should have. Again, I know they don't always plan out series, and that's not the point here. But if you're planning on doing something, you stop before you do it. You say, okay, guys, let's wait. We're going to get a lot of buzz about this. Let's make a movie. If we're going to reintroduce Luke Skywalker, let's figure out a way to get him in this. Let's do a storyline with that, but make it a big epic movie and use Luke Skywalker. Because again, you brought it up. Jedi, lightsaber. That's stuff people want with
see
Star Wars.
Let me get
So again, but that's where I go back to the lackadaisical thing. It's just they're not thinking about, man, what do people really want to go see? When they released Michael, how many people are saying, yeah, this is what they needed to do. They've needed to do this for a long time. And again, like I said, it's like, for me, it was like watching the greatest hits, but I enjoyed that.
I got you. Let me read some of these comments, catch up on this. Gray Fox said, what's up? What's up, Gray Fox? Glad you could come.
Right.
Bimican said, did you pay Anzo? And I said, pay Anzo. What? The bet is the Spurs have to become the champs in order for Anzo to win the bet. If that happens, he will get his $50. If not, I will get my $50. So that's what I'm going. Let's go, Knickerbockers, do something. The great words guy, that is Mike, buddy of mine. He said nerd entertainment is quantity over quality these days. I agree.
Yes, exactly.
They're making poor decisions because on another channel I was on, we said that they should have made Maul live action and Acolyte animation. So I don't know why they're doing that, because they're making poor decisions on what they make in movies, live action, what they're making TV shows, in my opinion. I think that's some of the problem. Danny Lyon said, good evening, gents. What's up? Tamika said, hey, fellas, what's up? Thank y'all for joining us, ladies. We appreciate it. 50 said, old man bladder, reserved seating, small release window, high ticket prices, quality of film, cell phone distractions, not enough variety of content, all reasons why I don't go anymore. Well, old man's bladder, I get that. Reserved seating, I don't understand, because right now, if you choose it, what are you talking about? Small release window, what does that mean? I have no idea what you're talking about on that. High ticket prices.
Oh my gosh, reserving your seats is the best thing that happened to a theater.
Yeah, I love that. I hate that walking in and might get a good seat, might not. So reserved seating is fantastic for me. I disagree with that. Small release window, not sure exactly what you mean on that. High ticket prices. If you go on matinee, my movies are $8. So I don't know if that's high for you. For me, that's not. Quality of film, I haven't seen one that was like poor. If you mean like how it looks, I haven't seen one that was just totally terrible. Cell phone distractions never distract me. I don't focus on other people. That don't bother me. Not enough variety of content. I guess that's subjective, but if things don't tickle your fancy, then I can see that. He said only Alien Romulus got me to theater since December 2019. Yes, very true.
And that was a horrible movie to go see in theaters.
Now, you see, that's the thing. That's another thing right there. People are getting away from movies because trailers are so over the top now. Like, there's too many things going on. I got to sit through 16 trailers before I see a movie. And I've heard it from a lot of people right now because
that's why. Because why, Chris? Because we have microwave society. We want stuff. Boom, 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 boom. I don't.
We used to get it like that.
I know.
We used to get it like that.
I don't mind the 10 or 12 trailers. It don't bother me.
Me neither. I go because I want to see the trailer.
Yeah,
the problem is
I never see that. And sometimes it look better in the theater than it does on TV or on your iPad or on your whatever device you're looking at.
The problem is they keep putting the trailers out online before they put it out in the theater.
That's true
people
too.
Don't
right
want to see the trailer again and again. Like, oh, I already saw this trailer. Like, can we get something new? That they need to stop doing.
I love to go in there. Like Anzo said, made a good point. If it's something I already seen 5 times, that would annoy me. But if it's something I never seen, like I never seen that, what is it, Back Rooms, whatever you call.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And it was one of my favorite actors, Okafor. But it ain't my thing. I don't want to go see it. But I was like,
that's what I'm saying. That's a movie that you send to Prime. Mandalorian Grogu, perfect. I'll put it this way: that would have been a great movie for Disney Plus. That's what it's designed. That's what you're designed to do. Listen, and Anzo brought up a good point. I've watched, and everybody else who watched Mandalorian Grogu, we paid. Let's say a lot of people paid $9.99 a month or whatever it was a month for Disney Plus, or some people have a way to watch it without that. And instead of doing that, I've watched 12 hours or something of Mandalorian Grogu. Now I got to go watch it for 2.5 hours, and I got to pay as much as I probably did in the time that I watched it. Again, people cycle their subscriptions sometimes based off of shows. And so if you say that, if a show comes out and it takes a month and a half for it to go out, unless they drop it all at one time, you might spend $18 and your whole house gets to see it. Now this is, again, and this brings up my point though, when I say that wait until the streaming services decide that they're going to start figuring out how to charge you per household based on how many people you have in a house. And again, for those people who don't think they do that or know how to do that, there is such thing called a census. And what they'll do, if you don't have a way of proving that you have less people or something, they're going to charge you based off the census, saying that everybody has 2.5 people in a house or something. They're going to base it on that. And I think that's what's going to come next. Streaming is just getting everybody hooked enough, and then they're going to start upping that price, just like they've done with cable in the past, just like they do with movies. Like everything's like, let's get them in the doors, and then as time goes on, more and more money comes from it. So, I mean, but it's definitely something where there's a lack of people thinking about where should this have gone, because Backrooms should have been online or on streaming. Mandalorian and Grogu would have been better suited for streaming. Michael's an automatic to the movie theater. He-Man, I think it's automatic to the movie theater. I think that was a well-placed movie, but anyways, sorry.
Shifty says, also I end up falling asleep a lot of stuff these days. And have to be watched them. I'm getting old. Shifty, how old are you? There's no way you're older than me. I may have to go see Zelda though. Okay.
Zelda might do well too.
Mando is being beat out by 2 horror movies with insanely small budgets from YouTube creators. Yeah, we said
exactly.
that. We can't believe
for 1 week, maybe. I don't think that's going to be a continuing thing, and I could be wrong. I might be completely wrong. I
think you're wrong, man. Lauren Grover. I would be shocked if it makes $350 million in its theatrical run. It just does not have any energy. And there are a lot of good movies that's going to knock it out coming up. Mm-hmm. If it would have come out in August, we looked it up Sunday on Storms Live. If it would have come out in August, any movie that come out in August is not going to have much competition because there's very little movies coming out in August. And why they're not doing it?
They did it because it's Star Wars month. That's why. They thought that there's something to be said for Star Wars month.
They did it on May 4th. That would have made more sense.
Possibly. I believe that.
He-Man is projected to do even worse than Mando.
I don't think so.
I don't think it will. I mean, I'm not saying it won't, but I don't think it will. They're saying Agent Grogu up for the Rey trilogy when she eventually trains him properly. God, I hope not. Reserve seating sucks. You can't move around. It should be first come, first serve. Release window is how long in its theaters.
Wait.
How does reserve sit? You can pick what seats you want.
Exactly. You don't have to.
Why do you want to move around? So you want to go there, get a seat, go to the bathroom, come back, and sit somewhere else?
So,
Yeah, it's like that doesn't make any sense to do that.
I always sit about a handicap row, so there's nobody by me. I always get it.
Same thing.
Easy to come, easy to go.
Mm-hmm.
I sit right by the stairs so that I don't disturb nobody when I have to go take a piss. But other than that, I mean, why not? You get to pick the seats you want to. So
I think that's one of the best things because that first come, first serve, man. Sometimes you want to get a good seat or your so-called seat. You got to go 3 minutes more ahead of time to try to beat the crowd and something. I don't want to sit in it. If the movie's 3 hours long, I want to go sit in the extra 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes I'm on my phone playing whatever. So 100. I'm cool with I was glad when they finally got it at my theater. Just me. Ramos looked good going in. Not a good movie though. That's a lot. That's going on a lot.
It looked all right.
What's up, Anik? I've seen all
What
the
up,
trailers. I don't need to see them again. We agree with you, but there's some trailers that you may have missed. And if you go to the theater and let's say your friends, they show 10 trailers. If I've seen 4 that I haven't seen, then I'm good with the 40%.
But you see, that's the problem, right? When we were going to theaters back in the day, you didn't have online, so you didn't get to see these trailers, right? You know, you had to go and see them in theaters. Now you're seeing them online first, and then you go to theater and you're seeing the same damn shit you've seen online. I can understand why people don't care about the trailers.
Unless it's if it's something that I like, I might see it online. But if it's something I don't care about,
Mm-hmm.
man, I ain't looking that up. I don't go on there and say, "Oh, coming trailers," typing up going to just to watch the trailers. If it got to be in a genre, something that I like or something like that. But if, like this Obsession, I don't know nothing about it. Don't care nothing about it. You know, another
That's a
one
horror
that,
movie, though. You probably wouldn't care.
So exactly. So if it's nothing that clicks in my wheelhouse, I don't worry about it. Nick Jones said, "I don't have any problem with trailers. My issue is the movie theater added advertising trailers like stupid trivia and commercials."
Yeah, that's a big thing that a lot of people are pissed off right now about.
Trying to make that money.
I remember when that happened, dude. There's so much better ways to do it than piss people off, though.
Backrooms is a massive hit. It's not something you see into Prime. Audiences are supposedly loving that in Obsession. The low budget horror film is back apparently.
I don't know, dude. I never liked the Blair Witch Project. I don't like gritty. Look, I made this for my home. Bullshit. It belongs on streaming. That's just how I feel about it.
I wouldn't say it belongs on streaming. If it's a low budget and can make a profit, then that's fine. You know what I mean? Because that's how a lot of these movies were back in the day. You put low budget horror movie, boom, it makes a profit. That's why you've seen so many of these damn Saw movies, because they were such a low budget. They were making profits off of every single one.
Mm-hmm. And Blumhouse, they make a lot. I can't think of the guy who I was following one time, but he goes see every horror movie that comes out, and he was talking about. They had a horror movie about Popeye. He ate some radioactive.
Yeah. That's oh my god. That's
but hold
crap.
on, you were
that's
saying, Danny?
I'm just saying, it was crazy. So many movies they put out, but it didn't cost much to do that. So
no, and it made a profit. You know what I mean?
For instance, the movie costs you $100,000, but you make $2 million. Who wouldn't do that? I would do it all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it saturates the market and makes crap. That's why right. I stay. I mean, I'd
be laughing all the way to the bank if it was me. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. I get why people do it, but again, we're talking here. Why is the movie experience going? Because there's no reason to go when it's just people throwing schlock out there. Yeah, the movies used to be an experience, and now you've got 40 of them coming out this week.
Yeah, but some people, I think every movie that comes out caters to somebody. Maybe the person that caters to isn't in the majority, but it caters to somebody. I mean, there's certain movies that you like that me and I don't necessarily like. The movies that I like.
I get that.
So I mean,
I get that. I just think that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I understand. I think that someone out there is trying to cater to somebody, and sometimes, like you said, it could be crap, but sometimes the crap sticks. So I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think it's necessarily the movie maker's fault. It can be the consumer has a hand in that too. I'm not going to see that mess, or I'm going to wait to see it when it streams, or I'm going to get Danny Vision, Hanzo Visions, Chris Vision, whatever the case may be.
You know, for me, I know personally, I wasn't excited for Mando. I was like, I don't care. He-Man, I'm excited for. I guess I was. I don't even know if I'm excited for Doomsday. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I'm excited for Doomsday. But I was excited for He-Man. And that's about it coming out this year. Next year, I'm excited for a bunch of movies that are coming up. But for this year, I wasn't excited.
We were talking Sunday, and I don't want to see nothing about Doomsday. Now, of course, I got criticized like I always do. Well, I don't care. I don't want to see nothing about Doomsday to November.
No, I gotta do. Yeah. No, again, that's another thing too, right? You get so many trailers to a movie that people think they already know the movie and how it's gonna be. So why am I gonna go see it? I'll wait till it comes out on streaming because I pretty much seen the whole thing with like the 7, 8, 9 trailers that they put out. I don't want that either.
But what I do like is I see a lot of these movies doing now is they'll show the first 4 or 5 minutes of the movie. You be like, man, that's something critical, but it happens in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the movie, so it's really not spoiling the movie. I think
you're cutting out.
Your mic, Donnie.
I'm going to jump on this really quick while he fixes his mic. That's probably what they should do instead of previews and commercials. Pick the big movie and pick select showings. And you don't tell people when that showing's going to happen. You just say they're going to be select. Yeah, I hear you. They're going to you just put it out there that XYZ Theater for the next 2 weeks at select showings. Don't say what movie, don't say what time, but select showings is going to show the first 15 minutes of whatever that big movie everybody's talking about. Supergirl, He-Man, something. You do that, you're going to get people in the door. Yes, there's a back. Okay, so 10. But you say 15 minutes is too long. Wait a minute. How long are you sitting there with previews and commercials? You're sitting there almost 30 minutes.
No, I know. No, I'm not saying too long for sitting there. I'm saying too long for the movie. You don't want to show 15 minutes of the movie. 5 minutes is good.
Okay. Do 10. Do 10, 5, something. But because, more to the point. I mean, well, let me finish really quick here. The downside of longer is if it is crap, or if it's or people get to judge too quickly. You're right. The 5-minute thing is a very good marker, as long as they're not showing us all the credits and stuff. Just pop it in right when it starts. The first person shows up on screen. I don't know. That's what I mean. Something where it's a little meaty, like the very beginning or something. Like this. Well, I mean, and they kind of did it with Superman with their trailer because they kind of showed that first part.
Yeah, the first 3 minutes. Yeah, even Mando. If you guys went on Disney Plus, you could have seen the first 3 minutes of Mando, right? The first 3 minutes is fine because if you do 15 minutes, for example, I'm going to use He-Man for example. He-Man is 15 minutes on Earth. So if you show the beginning of the movie, you're seeing the whole 15 minutes of him being on Earth, and you don't want to show all of that, right?
That's true. So, that is true.
The reason why I wouldn't do that because usually when those movies show that clip, case in point, Craven, usually people say it's a ploy because they know the movie's already going to be bad. So unless you know the movie's a banger, I don't know if I would try and fall into that pigeonhole. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Craven shows the first 7 minutes of the movie. And there are a lot of movies that I remember that. And a lot of people, when they see these movies, I often hear, well, if they're showing that much of the movie, it must be really crap. So I would be very, very leery. Or I would show something that I know that's really hype. I would show 5, maybe about 2.5.
Yeah, but that's
really, really hype, and then stop.
Yeah, but that's it. You don't do it for a movie like Craven, but for Doomsday, you know what I mean? For something like that, then you could do that. Show the first 3 minutes of the movie, and then boom.
Didn't they do that for Fantastic Four? I thought it showed.
You do a lot of movies somewhere. You can see a lot of those things.
Yeah. It's a technique that I see them doing. They'll release 2 or 3 minutes of the movie, but you think it's something like, man, that's giving away a lot, but it happens in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the movie. So if it does that, I don't have a problem with it. But if it's something that's maybe in the third act and it's showing that much time, I don't know. I don't know if that would be like spoiling it more than I want to do.
And to be honest with you, it doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be the first 10 minutes. It could be something in the middle. You know what I mean? Maybe a little something to build up to an action scene to get people hyped. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it doesn't necessarily have to be the first, but 3 minutes is fine. I think 10 minutes is too long. Your mic, Danny.
How about now?
You're good.
Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear.
Nick Jones said, "Hey, Anzo, let's make another bet. I got Scary Movie making more money than He-Man opening weekend and all over my office."
don't know.
Well, I wouldn't make that bet because I kind of have a feeling that Scary Movie might beat He-Man, so I wouldn't make that bet.
I think it is. Opening weekend tracking is 25 to 35 million for He-Man. Shifty said. Shifty also said, "I want to move around in theater if there's annoying people or kickers or stinky efforts. Wow. Or whatever. And if you want to change your seat, there's a convenience charge. The whole thing sucks." I've never had no convenience. And I haven't been to a theater where it's that packed where I can't get up and move around because there's nobody.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Actually checking my tickets and, "Hey, is this your seat?"
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that happen to me in my 55 years on this planet. Not saying that it won't, but it never happened.
But I've never been to a movie where I needed to move my seat anyways. Just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Doomsday trailer is rumored to be tomorrow. It's like your girl laughing.
She did.
Doomsday trailer is rumored to be tomorrow. That'd be cool. I don't want to see it early, but I will watch it if it comes out.
I doubt it.
I guess they're putting it before He-Man.
Probably.
They used to show the first 10 minutes of certain new movies on TV to promote it. I remember Dawn of the Dead did. Is that Shadowhunter way from the back old day?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I tweeted out and made sure I sent it to him too. What's going on, Shadow? Good to see you up here.
Yep.
He's been posting some streams he's been doing lately. We should catch up sometime. Talk about having you on sometime again. I think your mic might have gone back again. Talk, Danny. Yeah, it's out again.
Right now.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, there you go.
What's that game we did with him?
It was the chase. The chase.
The chase.
Yep. Still have everything to do it. It just takes a lot of pre-planning.
That was a lot. I think Jones said that's crazy. He-Man only making 25 to 30 million. LOL. I guess no Thundercats, fellas. I'm praying.
Don't do that because word of mouth. You know what I mean? If the movie is good and people like it, then people will go see it. So just because it's tracking at that doesn't mean that's exactly what it's going to be. Plus, it's He-Man. A lot of people will go buy their ticket on the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chris went and saw it tonight, and he said it was good, outstanding. So I'm hoping that will translate into.
It is like the 15 minutes of him on Earth is perfect. It's perfect for what they're trying to get from it. And I don't know. It's everything I wished as a like my kid inside of me says this is the movie I wanted to see back when Masters of the Universe came out.
So, to kind of circle back around to our main topic, do you think that theaters will ever get back to what they once were, or you think that it's gone way off? And the example I want to use, when I was growing up, there was an 8-track tape, and the 8-track went to cassette tape. Then cassette tape went to CD. No, let me change that. It was 8-track, then it was vinyl. Then vinyl went to cassette. Cassette.
It was always vinyl.
Well, I don't remember vinyl until after the 8-track.
That's fun. That's fun.
And then the CD went to the iPod. Then the iPod went to Bluetooth. Would ever play this on your phone? Now, when I went Walmart just this weekend, I saw a bunch of vinyl just laying up. I mean, I think I saw Thriller. I know I saw Bad, but I mean, so vinyl is making a comeback. I haven't seen cassettes, but vinyls and CDs, I think, may make a comeback. Do y'all think the theater will make a comeback after a hiatus, or you think it's done?
See, here's the thing: the comeback, like vinyl, is still around. People can get their own stuff put on vinyl. A lot of artists have decided to do it because the sound quality is better. There's always been some sort of, and I say physical, which is not necessarily the proper word, but like media changes. So maybe there's something to be said about that. You know, you can get any song you want on your phone now, and that's kind of like streaming. But there'll be an equalizer at some point. Now, I think that what will happen to the movies is that it'll be less and less profitable and make less and less sense for them to dump all these movies to the theater. As soon as they find a way to make streaming profitable enough and actually quantify that profitability, I think they'll move a lot of these low budget stuff over to streaming. And you'll start to see movies that actually like them focus on movies. So you'll go back to more of a thing where you might get 2 or 3 releases, maybe a week, maybe every 2 weeks or something. Maybe that's where it goes. And again, I think you'll get a lot less theaters. I think a lot of these small theaters will just fold up.
Yeah, I don't think movie theaters will ever get back to where it was before.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not in our lifetime. I don't. Maybe after a few years when the nostalgia kicks in and stuff, I think we may see it. But I think everything has a cycle. We see it all in clothing. We see it all in TV shows. We see it all in sneakers. We see all this retro in the games, and we see all this vintage and all this kind of stuff. So I think it's going to go down, but I think it'll come back up stronger than it currently is now. Michael Hervling said that, did you guys see the trailer for Hope? I haven't. Have any of y'all seen it?
Nope.
I'm going to play it now. I don't care if I get whatever.
Your mic again, Donnie.
What was that trailer to?
Hope. It looks like a combination of what's the thing with the Tomorrow War and
Tomorrow War, Quiet Place, Godzilla. Yeah. I don't know. There's it's like an amalgamation of a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. That looks pretty interesting. I don't know if I go see it, but I'm sure Anzo will, so he can tell me.
Yeah, maybe. I'll watch it for free.
Doomsday trailer. Okay, I read that. I guess they put it before He-Man. I read that. They used to show the first 10 minutes of certain. Oh, all right, I already did that. Where was my last thing? Okay. What would help Hollywood is by taking a page out of Blumhouse Studios, making these movies under $50 to $80 million instead of $150 to $2,000. That would, if they could go back to a lot of practical, but we become so sophisticated. We become so well, that's not this, that's not this, and not that we want everything to look realistic. You can almost touch it, smell it, breathe it, taste it, whatever the case may be. They can do that with special effects. So that's what's so expensive. If they could do a lot of so practical, I agree with you. $50 to $80 million makes a lot of sense. But especially in the superhero genre, there's some things you can't do practical. You have to do special effects to make it look realistic and believable. Same thing with Star Wars. So that is the conundrum that they're in. I'm pretty certain they would want to make it $58 million. But if you got 15, 20, 25 superheroes like we had in Endgame, all of them got a special and different superpower, then you got to make sure you got to do it right. Theaters will never be back because they are now an option. You could be correct. That's not a bad statement. You can wait 4 weeks and stream a theatrical release from the comfort of your own home. Some you can. Some is even before that. I know from my own home now. I've seen me and my wife watched Devil Wear Prada 2 just last night, and there's some more out there too.
Yeah, but we're able to do that because of certain things, and it's not the same for everybody. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's out there if you
yes.
if you look for it. Shifty Jism said theaters may bounce back for a bit if they find the right gimmick like AR or interactive films. Rumors there's an interactive version if the new Resident Evil films where someone in the audience. What is AR?
probably
Audience
have VR
response?
virtual reality.
Alien and Romulus, probably. I don't know, maybe not. But
Plays the film. What does that mean? Plays the film. Choose the path of the lead character. Oh, well, you can actually choose the path. I don't know if I want all that. Because how about if I choose something different and I also choose something different, Chris choose something different? How are they going to do 4 or 5 different choices? I don't see how that's going to work. Not in the theater. They say movies are on track to beat pre-COVID numbers. 2026 overall box office will beat 2018 and 2019 numbers. Who is they, Anik? That could be good or bad, Shifty. I guess the interactive she's talking about.
Interactive, yeah, something like that.
Danny
Maybe
Lyons
virtual
said,
reality.
yeah, they'll get popular again if they make good movies that are best experience at the theater.
exactly, that's what it is. It's the experience, and the schlock they're putting out there right now doesn't equate to that. When a movie comes out that makes people excited to go see it, i.e., Michael, they're going to go see it. They did it with Mario. They did it with Michael. They've done it with a lot of movies. It's just you got to make the movie worth going to see.
Well, Michael, I think, tapped into because he got such a large global audience, so that was kind of a no-brainer. These movies like there's Mario and Toy Story and all these other ones, they the kids are putting them in the seats because there's none of those movies. Minions, I haven't seen the first Minions. I can't remember the last Toy Story I saw. And the only reason I watched Mario is because my youngest grandson, when he was here visiting, we had to watch Mario about 10 times. Only reason why I watch it, to keep him quiet and not becoming a Tasmanian devil. But nothing I'm going to pay to see. What's up, Basil? This movie looks nuts. Yep, it looks pretty crazy. Nick Jones said, Hope looks good, but I'm not sitting in no theater reading subtitles or watching lips moves that don't match the screen.
That's the thing. I don't mind subtitle movies, but not at the theater.
At home, like when I watch what was the movie? We had all the subtitles last year. Shogun. It didn't bother me. Theater, I agree with you, Chris. I might be like, okay, really, I gotta pay to watch all this. But at home, it doesn't bother me as much. 50 said, then again, there's so much back chat about disclosure actually happening soon, and Spielberg is working with the CIA to ease the public into the reality. Our normalities, like movie theaters, may be over.
Kind of foolish.
What do you say, Alza?
Kind of foolishness, but he's working with the CIA to do what? Come on now.
Ease the public into the reality. Our normalities, like movie theaters, may be over. Wow. I haven't got a contact with the CIA yet.
QAnon.
I know you.
We'll see. 2027 is the decade's old date is supposedly happen. Old date. What is that? We'll see. 2027 is the decades old date of it supposedly happened. AR is like VR, but it projects images into the room, not you looking at a created landscape or room. Okay. Then it's not special effects, it's those damn actors wanting 15 to 20% of the budget. What helps studios is giving actors a percentage of the film box office instead of the front money. Well, we say that, Anik, because we're not actors, but we don't know what goes into it. We have a lot of different entertainment professions that are very, very overpaid, but because of TV deals, merchandising, putting butts in the seat, they can ask for it. And I do think it's overpaid. Some of them are, but what you gonna do? There are John Campion and Vanity Fair articles. Box office numbers are going up for the pre-COVID. Okay. Alien disclosure, guys. UAPs. I don't mind subtitles, but I find it hard to enjoy the visuals and read at the same time.
Yes, exactly. I'll watch a subtitle movie at home anytime because if I need to, I can stop, read it, kind of get a gist for what the scene is, then go back and watch it for the scene. It's like there's a lot going on when you got to read subtitles. And on a big screen, it's harder because you know it's long.
If you get a
it's longer to read.
Screen TV, I agree with you. But the average TV in the house, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's.
I don't have a problem with that at home. I'm just saying, in the theater, I get it because those screens are what 100, 200-inch screens. So probably more than that. So that would be kind of aggravating, but. It is what it is. Project Bluebeam and whatnot. Like I said, one of the three of us have already seen He-Man. He says it's going to be a banger. So I'm definitely hoping that it is a banger because I want to see Thundercats. I want to see Silverhawks. I would love to see Brave Star. And I believe we can only see those kind of movies if the first movie from that genre, from that age, that time is successful. So fingers crossed, toes crossed, bunch of Hail Marys that this weekend I have a good strong opening weekend. If it could make $100 million this weekend, that's very hopeful in my mind. Dayline said, I generally opt for movies in English or French or dub rather than subtitle. So, what is the next movie we got here? Because we're going to right here 58 minutes that you are really looking forward to and think is going to be really good this year.
He-Man.
Looking, what?
So you're looking forward to He-Man more so than Spider-Man?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've already seen He-Man, so I can't say that I'm looking forward to it.
Well, the next movie. Because we got Odyssey,
Spider-Man or Doomsday.
Spider-Man.
The Odyssey I am, but not nearly as much as like Spider-Man. I just love Spider-Man in this.
Shoot, you said Street Fighter. I am shocked that Street Fighter, I believe, is going to outperform Mortal Kombat. On no planet in no universe should that ever happen. But I believe it's going to happen. I think it is.
Yeah, it might. Mortal Kombat was
interesting.
I don't understand why they mess up Mortal Kombat continuously like they do.
Because people think they know it better than the people who created it, right? It's like, oh yeah, we can do it so much better.
And to tell you the truth, I did not mind Cole Young part in it. I mean, not him getting killed, but he wasn't overbearing. They didn't give him that much screen time as they did last time. He was not the focus point of that. So I didn't mind Cole Young. And if they would have brought him in a different way, I don't think it would have been as bad. To me, I would have made him, what's the blind guy with the sword? Kenshi. He should have been Kenshi. If he'd have been Kenshi, that would have been fire.
They fucked up Cole Young by putting in this character that nobody cared about.
It made him too important.
And to be honest with you, the minute he died, I clapped. That was the best part of the movie.
Well, that's the thing, though. They do that. That's called that's like a
Correcting the
total
mistake.
no. But that's the thing. It's overcorrecting something. It's like why. It's like, okay, what was the point of putting him in the first one then? It's like, why are we even doing this? I hate overcorrection. Overcorrection is what makes Rise of Skywalker. Overcorrection is what makes Mortal Kombat 2. Overcorrection is when you're like, oh crap, people didn't like what we did here, so we got to go and pander to everything they wanted us to do, and now you go and it's nothing but a bunch of, again, slot crap thrown on the screen because you're trying to appease people.
It's not even about appeasing people. You know, you fucked up, right? They did 2 fuck ups that they did in the first movie that they didn't even talk about in the second one. One, they didn't talk about the Arcana mark. They completely skipped over that, which was stupid. So you shouldn't have put that in there anyways. And then they killed Cole Young, which they knew they shouldn't have put him in there anyways. That's why it wasn't overcorrecting. It was correcting a mistake that you already made.
Then it did some crazy things like that. The relationship between Johnny Cage and Baraka, I think, was totally crazy. They made Baraka look really bad, like a badass, and then you start talking to him, get to it. He's more like a Neanderthal. I thought he was, at least. And I think the way they did Raiden was one of my favorite characters. I was a mere mortal, almost kill a god with a hat. That, to me, that just didn't make sense. And there's a lot of plot armor, a lot of plot devices that didn't necessarily make sense. And then one of the things that really missed opportunity is that you got Shang Tsung and Raiden in the same room, and they don't fight. It makes no sense to me. No sense. The only highlight of the movie to me was the Kung Lao and Shang and Liu Kang fight. I think it was the best fight of the movie.
It was.
Dayline Fluff said, look forward to He-Man, but mostly because the Darkness did the soundtrack with some guitar licks from Sir Brian May. Great Words Guy said, super hype for Evil Dead Burn and Spider-Man. Never heard of Evil Dead Burn, but that sounds like nothing I don't want to see.
It's the new Evil Dead movie. I've seen a trailer for it. I don't really care for it.
Dayline said I was a bit too old to really enjoy He-Man. I don't think we got that channel very well with the old bunny ears. I remember it very well. Probably seen every version of it. I have seen every version of He-Man. One with He-Man when he was like in the space was really crappy. But every episode I probably done seen He-Man several times. The new version of He-Man was crap. I don't know why I even made that. That should not even be in existence. I'm going in high when watching Scary Movie 6 this weekend. A lot of people said that's going to be funny. I did see the part where they're playing, they're doing a reenactment of
Get Out?
Sinners.
Oh, Sinners, yeah.
Like it's going to be funny. So I can't wait to see that.
Wait, what? You said you weren't going to go see it?
No, I'm talking about that scene. I don't want to go see the movie. I'm talking about the scene. No, I don't want to go see the movie, but I want to see that scene. Spider-Man for me and Scary Movie 6. No hate on He-Man, but we already know the story of He-Man and man wearing underwear and screaming like a woman loud. Wow. No. He-Man is a little bit more than that, brother. So, gentlemen, we've been on here 1 hour and 4 minutes. I think it was a fantastic show. We had a very good conversation. So, Chris Knight, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Well, I have finally started getting through the Rumble and Name That Tune to get back to finishing up the last seasons that we started, and we're going to get through those and get back to it hopefully here before too long. I am starting to get everything fully together. I've been working on Name That Tune for a while, but just the music and getting a bigger catalog. But that every Sunday I do the weekly wrap up. I'm on a couple other channels doing some reviews this coming up month in June here for The Explorers and some more Mel Brooks movies. I'm doing a Mel Brooks run through of most of his movies on Gen X Cinema with those guys. Yeah, just doing a bunch of different stuff like that, and just trying to get stuff lined up to get back to some of my old programs, to get them back running. The Rant, the Gospel According to Chris, a few other things. So try to get to that here soon. Maybe back to some music reviews, but still studying a few more things about that, because it's a wild, wild west right now, and they keep on shooting them at us about those things. So, anyways, thank you. Had a great time. Good to be back.
Anzo, what's going on your name?
Biggaford Entertainment. You know where to find me. Doing all kinds of shit over there. So make sure to check us out.
Hey, we forgot to do the duck thing for the giveaway.
Oh, yeah. What are you giving away?
I have no idea. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Next week.
You want to wait and do it next week?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And this right here. See, in the words of Blade, there's always somebody, and I'm going to break my non-cursing. There's always some motherfucker that want to try and escape. I don't care nothing about no Wayans brothers being black, white, blue, or green. The last name ain't Graham. I'm not giving no money to see no scary movie. That's just me. If you want to give me your money, Anik, go right ahead. They're not getting none of mine. I don't care what color they are. And that's that. That is that. Since I'm here, give it to me. Ellen laughing my stomach off. Watching Dart Race is prize enough. Well, we're gonna watch that next week on Anzo's show. Whatever giveaway we decide to give away, we'll send it to the winner. And of course, my name is Danny Graham on the Road to Wisdom. Also on this channel here, first 2 Mondays of the month. Also, I'm on the Hangout on Wednesdays and Storms Live on Sundays. So we definitely appreciate everyone that was in there. At one time, I think we have 14 people watching. So definitely thank you all for supporting us. We definitely appreciate it. We'll be back next Tuesday. Is that correct, Anzo?
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Yep.
Anzo show. And we'll go from there. And as always, y'all have a fantastic week. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peace.
You know, about 2.5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, me, Chris Knight, Anzo, Biggaford Entertainment, we all came together. 3 different cats, one vision to make Khaos Central the best YouTube channel on the planet. Here's one of our stories. Oh yeah, let's go.
Is there any stuff?
Khaotic Conversation is the name of the show. The first Monday of the month is the time that I go on here and bring you the heat. I got your bob in your head. You're gonna hear it repeat and be like, hey yo, is that Danny? He's an X-Men now, cause the flow is uncanny. No, I'm just a topic debater. I'm just an intro maker. Ain't no one greater. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. Sit back, relax. It's gonna get hot. So, without further ado, the conversation is ready. Let's make it do what it do. Peace. Khaos Central is the channel. Khaotic Conversation is the show. Come catch me, comment, chat, Chris Knight, and Anzo.